just like that, it's mid-January. And as always, we keep you company in the next hour as we bring you the latest stories of the day. I'm Denise Tan.
Hello, Denise Tan. Ako po si Lord De Vera. It's also the midweek. Ika nga ni Tita Denise.
Hamp Day.
All right. Start everything with... Ano nga ba yun nandun?
Ano?
Fright. This is Afternoon Delight.
Okay, it is January 15 po. It is a very
Parang familiar, January 15.
significant day.
Pansin mo?
Babatiin ko na aking pinakamamahal na partner. Happy anniversary!
Akala ko happy birthday.
Hindi.
Oh my God, 1 year na tayo.
1 year na tayong
Biruin.
naglolokohan dito.
Natiis kita at natiis mo ako. My God.
Oh.
Exactly 1 year ago.
Yes.
Jan 15 pala tayo. No?
Yes, oo.
Bakit nga ba tayo nag-decide na mag-launch ng January 15?
Hindi ko rin alam.
Ako rin, hindi ko alam kasi inisip ko, buti lang may trabaho pa kami.
Oo, yun ang importante. At syempre, we get to do that with you guys. Kaya maraming salamat po sa lahat ng nanood at sumusuporta sa Afternoon Delight. At
Yes.
again, syempre, 1 year later, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang ating merienda, ang delight
Merienda
of the
talaga.
day.
Alam mo, naalala mo yung unang-una natin merienda?
Halo-halo. Ay, hindi ko maalala. Halo-halo ata, hindi ba?
Sige nga, kung naalala ninyo yung unang-una nating episode, Delight dito of the day, meron na ba? Wala pa.
Wala pa nung una.
Ako,
Wala pa nung una. And then
hanggang nag-request ka, sabi mo,
Oo.
hindi ako e-air hanggat wala tayong pagkain. Tama ba?
Ay,
Hindi ba ikaw yun?
kung yun ang gusto mong alalahanin, pwede din naman. Okay lang
Figure
sa
it
akin
yung
kasi parang napaganda naman.
Di ba?
Pero ito, to remind everybody, ito po actually ang itsura ng aming unang episode. Alright, it is time to chill as we serve you pop culture, entertainment, sports, and everything in between. I'm Denise Tan.
And I'm Lord De Vera. It's time for some Afternoon Delight.
Good afternoon. All right. So, it is a brand new show. You're going to be joined by myself, Denise, and Lord. We introduced ourselves earlier. Pero ano nga ba yung i-expect natin dito sa Afternoon Delight? Of course, we're going to be bringing you chill and delightful stories. Kumbaga, yung balitang pinag-uusapan ng mga tao na pangtanggal umay, hindi masyadong heavy
Pangtanggal-umay.
news.
Galing, no?
Sana hindi pa sila nauumay.
Hindi, naalala ko noon, nalilito yung camera lagi. Nagbaka na yung switch. Hindi ko alam kung doon ba titingin. Hindi gaya ngayon. Kahit saan tayo magpunta, susundon tayo ni Direk.
Direk? Ano, Direk? Ala, Direk!
Direk. At may comment from the first episode from at Humilata. Aba, this is the closest thing we'll ever get to a reboot of Kontrabando and wag po. And I'm here for it. Sadly, si At Humilata, hindi yata ito yon. Siyempre, may maganda tayong kasama at napaka-dynamic at ibang klase ang expression niya of joy.
Okay, at syempre 3 weeks ago lang. Ito, may nag-post pa na sakto, nag-comment si at produced by Jazzy. May nilagay siyang timestamp plus ang comment na ang unang halakhak. Alam
Kanino
nyo
kayang
na.
halakhak yan?
Alam nyo na.
Sige nga, roll, VTR. Parang tayo ngayon.
Natatawa, pinapaulit-ulit pa. Okay, so alam nyo na, yung mga halakhak ko talagang natural na lumalabas na lang.
Ang saya ni Denise, self-contained yung kanyang happiness.
Ayoko na. Okay. Teka lang.
Kaya nga Afternoon Delight.
Iyak na naman ako.
O, kung Afternoon Misery, hindi mo usapan yan.
Oo.
Kaya, your laughter is infectious, partner.
Iyak ako.
At congratulations. Here's to 11 or 21 more years of Afternoon Delighting.
Why not? At syempre, samahan niyo po kami every single day for that. Pero again, katulad na nakagawian natin dito sa Afternoon Delight, syempre, may pasilip tayo sa mga pinag-uusapan natin on social media. Unahin na natin
Yeah.
nasa Philippine Star, toy guns covered by gun ban.
Ang
Sabi ng
tindi.
COMELEC. Oo.
Toy guns to?
Ang mukha. Hindi, meron kasi yung mga airsoft, di ba? Yung mga air guns, yung mga ginagamit sa parang, ano ba tawag doon? Di ba meron mga specific venues where you can suit up
Yes.
pa. Oo.
Tama, yung mga
Yan.
airsoft.
Yes.
Ganyan.
So mga ganun daw, airsoft, air guns, imitation firearms, yung mga replicas na ganyan, included in the ban. Unless, of course, yung toy guns mo are easily distinguishable from real firearms.
Oo.
Excluded yun. Siguro kulay orange na
Yung mga laser,
maingay.
no?
Oo, baka hindi naman
Yung mga,
nakasama.
yung may mga lamang tubig sa loob, di iba, nilalagyan ng asido tsaka ihi. Huwag nila gagayahin yun, ha? So, yung mga baril na may mukha ng Flappy Bird, halimbawa, teka muna,
Wala pa ako sinasabi. Oh.
hindi mo pa sinasabi ko ano yung delight
Ay,
natin?
oo nga pala. Yung delight.
How dare you?
Oo, yung delight of the day natin is bulalo.
Yan.
Oo, mainit na mainit.
Kasi unang-una, parang
Titikman
at
ko
least
nga.
warmth, no? Nagbibigay ng, wow.
Gusto ko tikman yung sabaw.
Parang ito rin yung kahapon, na nilagyan lang ng baka. Kamusta? Kamusta? Ikaw ba'y bilang Batanggenya mataas ang standards mo sa bulalo? Talaga tinabi yung kahanin talaga.
Mas mahilig ako sa sinigang sa totoo lang.
Sinigang.
Oo.
Sa lahat ng pupunta ng Cebu, meron silang version nito, ang tawag nila pochero. Believe it or not. Tayo, ang pochero natin sa Luzon is manok na may
Tomato sauce.
saba, tsaka tomato sauce.
Oo.
Yun ang pochero sa kanila is their version of bulalo na may mais.
Ah, pochero ba tawag doon?
Pochero tawag doon. Sa lahat ng mga nalasing na sa Cebu, alam niyo yan, doon kayo dadalhin palagi ng inyong local contacts. Pero, ang gusto ko palagi pag may bulalo, immediately meron akong sausawan na patis na may kalamansi at sili. Pag wala yan, hindi ako kakain.
Alam mo, feeling ko kaya hindi ako hindi kasi ako mahilig yung mga sausawan. Mga patis, mga kung
Okay.
ano-ano. Ewan ko, parang nasanay lang kami sa bahay ng ganon. Hindi masyado.
Ito naman, hindi ko talaga na-appreciate yung bulalo noon until that fateful encounter with that, yung kombinasyon na yun. Patis, kalamansi, at sili. Talagang wow! Ang Tita Lina, may late Tita Lina pa yung nagbugaw sa akin ng gano'n. Mula noon, sabi ko, hindi na ako kakain.
I'll try.
Iba talaga.
Maybe I'll try next time na may ganon.
Ikaw ba, gusto mo rin yung laman sa loob, yung tinataktak?
Hindi ako mahilig.
Hindi ka malaba? Talaga?
Oo. Hindi ako makikipag-agawan. Kumbaga, sige, I'll get some kasi
Ako rin dati hindi. Until yung may sausawa na gano'n. Tsaka ako siya naintindihan, ito pala yung greatness niya.
okay.
Pero huwag kayong makipag-away, ha? May mga napapaaway minsan kasi.
Oo nga eh. Sa mga
Isang
ganyan.
balita noon, many years ago. May umorder, kung alam niyo to mag-comment kayo, ha?
Oo.
May umorder sa isang bakery ng bulalo.
Oo.
Lasing. Ang binigay sa kanya, ang inisip ng babae na tendera, cup noodles. Nagalit yung lasing.
Oo. Ayaw magbayad. Bakit daw
Dahil-
siya magbabayad? Bulalo ang kanyang in-order.
Bulalo yung kaya. Pareho naman silang mali doon. Una, yung lasing. Bakit ka naman gahanap ng bulalo sa bakery?
Correct.
Diba? Ang meron lang bulalo ron ay yung nasa cup noodles. Si ate naman, pinatulan yung lasing. Kaya ang ending nito, nag-away sila dahil ang tunay na bulalo para sa kanya ay yung
Ikaw magsabi. Ano?
yung
Ano?
yung hindi mo hinahaluan ng tubig at walang noodles.
Tama.
O, yung
Tama,
hinihigop,
tama,
yung marrow, kumbaga. At ganoon din tayo, no? We must suck always the marrow of life. Dahil sayang eh. Sinusup-sup, ika nga, nung lalaking, very historic yan. Anyway, balik tayo sa gun ban. In force since Sunday, January 12, yun ay start ng election period, partner. Oh, so, yung mukhang mga
Medyo
baril
mukhang totoo.
talaga.
Yeah.
Kasi ang partner, nagsimulang problema nung itong mga makabagong mga firearms ay hindi nagawa sa bakal. Karamihan sa kanila, they're made from hard plastic. No? Para magaan at mas mura yung production. Even most pistols, lalong-lalo ng mga AR-15 na mga ganyan. Pag pinagbuhat mo sila lang ng totoo itong peke, hindi mo
Hindi may ma-distinguish.
hindi mo madidistinguish talaga. So, ikaw ba naniniwala, alam ko, na ang mga kids, para maging payapa lang sila paglaki, ay hindi dapat maglaro ng toy guns?
I think it's all about balance 'Di ba? Oh, yeah. Playing a certain game or playing with a certain toy doesn't necessarily mean na yun yung path that you will take in the future.
Correct.
'Di ba? Kung ano yung hawak ng bata, it's the influence also around the kid. So, to answer you, hindi ako naniniwala.
Ang tatay ko na pulis, dati pinagbibigyan ako paminsan-minsan na ako yung maglilinis ng kanyang revolver. Revolver pa uso noon eh. Yun, inisip ko noon una, baka mahilig ako sa baril. Hindi rin.
Oo. Hindi naman automatic yan, of course.
Hindi pa. Hindi pa.
Oo.
O hindi pa natin masyado sinasarado yung mga posibilidad.
Oo. We're just saying na hindi siya automatic.
Yes.
Oo, hindi siya
In
automatic.
the same way na hindi lahat naglalaro ng mga dolls at mga dollhouse ay nagiging, alam mo na.
Oo. Mayroong stereotype kasi na certain toys, certain things, para sa isang gender lamang. So,
Huwag
doesn't
lang
work that
maglaro
way.
ng bahay-bahayan. Yari tayo dyan.
Okay, sige, bago pa tayo
naman.
mayari ng tuluyan, lipat tayo
January 20, anong
sa isa
mangyayari?
pang kwento on the Associated Press. Carrie Underwood, village people to perform at Trump's inauguration events. So again, that will
Village people to reform? Sabi mo ka mo?
to perform.
Perform?
Perform, oo.
Oo.
So si Carrie Underwood, nagsalita siya, sabi niya, she's so happy to be able to perform. She loves her country and excited siya to be part of a historic event.
When you say she loves her country, as in country music performer talaga si Carrie Underwood. Although American Idol ba siya? Tama, no?
Yes, oo.
Yun. So, medyo nadadagdagan compared to, pero hindi pa rin ganun karami. Compared nung 2017, parang ang nag-perform lang nung si Kid Rock. Plus a few other country stars. Kita mo, very limited yung ang selection ng mga Trump supporters in terms of the entertainment establishment. Pero, eto nga, yung village people. Sa mga hindi nakakilala sa village people, okay, isipin nyo, na-impluensya nila yung Hagibis. Okay? Yung village people, there's an Indian, literal na American Indian or First Nation, ika nga ng Canadians, na naka-costume na Indian, may isa naka-costume na construction worker.
Yes.
May isa parang naka-leather biker, gang member. Ano-ano pa ba yung mga nandito?
Kasi ang nag-stand out sa akin yung construction guy.
Bakit yun talaga?
Hindi ko alam. Parang magkaiba lang kasi yung Indian and yung construction person.
Kami naman noon, ginagaya namin mga magpipinsan. Ako yung Indian lagi, American Indian. Tapos, bubunutan pa ng feathers yung manok para ilagay dito.
Totoo ba?
Oo, pero, okay. Later on nalaman ng lahat na iba pala ang connotation ng mga taga-village people. Ito pala ay, sabihin natin na, ika nga ng tiyuhin ko, hindi pwedeng maging gay anthem yan. Nakita mo, lalaki ng katawan yung mga yan. Alam nyo naman, yung mga macho, mga malalaki katawan, yung mga mahilig mag-gym, ay hindi mo mapagkamalan, di ba? Tama.
Pwede ba hindi mag-comment? Sige.
Oo. So, yun. At yung isang member ng village people, sabi niya, he will sue anyone
yes.
who says YMCA is a gay anthem.
Ang sabi nga nila, it's parang defending Trump daw.
In a way,
in a way, oo.
Tapos may nilabas na statement ang village people. Sabi nila, alam nila na marami daw magagalit silang followers. Kasi 2 beses sila magpa-perform sa 2 separate events ng Trump inauguration. May isa, yung parang malakihan, parang mga rally ni Trump. May isa naman sa isang event pa. So sabi nila, kung ito daw ang magiging susi ng pagkakaisa ulit, yung parang reconciliation among willing daw silang gawin yun. Pero bakit nga ba naging gay anthem ang YMCA?
Bakit nga ba? But
Dahil-
again, sige.
Dahil ba ang simulang line nun ay
Young
Young
man.
Man There's
Oy, pero again, in related news, ito pakita natin. Doon nga sa inauguration, banggitin lang natin
Sige,
na
sige,
every
sige.
time daw or sino man ang magsasabi na gay anthem yun, isusu, sabi ng Village People. But again, on the Trump inauguration on CNN.com, Michelle Obama to skip Trump inauguration.
Ayaw
Walang-
Ano raw bang dahilan?
Walang dahilan
Ganon?
na binigay. Oo. Walang binigay na dahilan. Si former President Barack Obama, nag-confirm siya. Pero si Michelle Obama, wala. Hindi daw pupunta.
Ala.
I believe pumunta siya noong 2017. Nung nag-transition.
Trump.
Oo,
Kay
kay
Trump,
Trump.
yes.
Pero this time, she's forgoing daw the decision to go.
May tea time na tinatawag sila, no? Itong last year yata. Nag-tea time ang mga Biden, inibitahan ng mga Trump. Hindi dumating si Melania at nag-skip din ata siya ng ilang mga events. Actually, hindi umattend ng inauguration ni Biden. Itong si Donald Trump.
Yes,
in
oo.
2020 kasi yun ang sore loser talaga. He feels at makikita mo nun yung Capitol ay may mga traces pa ng pang-aabusong ginawa ng mga followers niya noong January 6, 2020. So makikita natin na pero may kinalaman kaya dito yung isang pinost ni Donald Trump.
About?
Ano ba yun?
Ah.
Yung pag-uusap nila ni Barack Obama. At very scandalous yung mga ano. Or
Well, hindi natin alam. Pero kasi ito si Michelle Obama, you know, she's been very open about Trump na in the past, she's already accused him na parang putting her family at risk daw, in danger. So, ayan, nag-decide na siya na hindi pumunta.
Sino naman to?
Sino yan?
Ito ba yung reporter?
Mukhang yan yung
White House
reporter.
reporter?
Oo.
Oo, pero partner, forward ko siya mamaya yung video na yun, na shinare ni Donald Trump. Kasi medyo,
Ito ba yung tumatawa siya, no?
hindi, parang, how are you? Ganon, tapos, parang may banat kay Biden, may banat kay Hillary, etc., etc. Pero whether totoo yun, genuine yun o hindi, or panahon ng AI, alam mo,
Oo.
shinare ni Trump kasi. So medyo issue siya. Ayan. Dapat si Michelle Obama, pinatakbo nila, baka may laban pa, di ba? Anyway, meron pa namang 4 na taon lang ang American presidency. At pagkatapos yan, ito si Trump ay hindi na pwedeng tumakbo by virtue of the 29th Amendment. Tama nga ba? Anyway, happy anniversary sa atin. Wala bang magpapakape dyan?
Oo nga eh. Pero yung mga magpapakape, may certain benefits. At yung mga hindi bibili ng kape, apparently mababawasan din yung benefits. Yan po ang storya on CBS News. Starbucks reverses its open door policy requiring people to make a purchase if they want to stay. We are talking about Starbucks located in the United States or North American stores actually. Na dati kasi nagkaroon ng open door policy itong si Starbucks. I believe it ran for about 7 to 8 years.
Ang ibig sabihin ng open door policy?
Is kung merong gustong umupo, magtrabaho, gumamit ng banyo, pwede without purchasing.
Oo. Talaga?
Oo, kasi nagkaroon sila ng issue, PR nightmare for the company in the past. Parang, I believe it was caught on CCTV na may dalawang African Americans na pinalabas.
Accused of racism.
So ngayon, nagkaroon sila ng open door policy. Pero, meron nag-step in eh. Galing siya sa Chipotle. I believe it's a new marketing team. New
okay.
leadership of Brian Nichols. Siya yung nagsabi na we have to prioritize the customers, the paying customers.
So, yung dalawang African Americans na yun ba, ay hindi sila umorder na kahit ano?
Parang di masyadong klaro, pero yun nga, it was caught on CCTV na pinapalabas sila. I believe dahil nga baka hindi sila
Oo.
bumili ng kape or bumili ng kahit ano.
Medyo nakakahiya rin naman kasi yun na hindi libre ang bawat elemento ng isang establishmento ay hindi libre. Let's say, may dati may nag-post sa social media na ang hiningi na lang daw mainit na tubig plus a wedge of lemon. bigla raw siyang siningil. No? Hindi ko alam kung dito yun o sa ibang bansa eh. Pero anyway, may sumagot na restaurant owner, ginastify niya na yung tubig na pinang-init sa'yo, anong pinang-init dyan?
Kuryente.
Kuryente.
Oo.
Libre ba kuryente? Hindi. No? Yung wedge, yung lemon, siyempre, alamang ngipin mo pinanghiwa dyan, di ba? Hindi. So, yung humiwa niyan ay taong kailangang bayaran. So, bawat elemento ng isang establishment may katumbas. No? Na ano.
You know, there are certain exceptions to the rule. Kung ang itsura mo parang hihimatayin ka na at kailangan mo ng tubig, siguro naman hindi ka sisingilin. Ano? I mean, we'd hope na ganun yung scenario. Pero kung ang halatang-halata na, you know, hingi ka ng lemon all the time, mainit na tubig all the time.
Ayoko. Tap water lang ba yan? Arte pa, no? Ito kasi, which brings us to a very interesting point of debate. Ano? Ilang oras ka ba allowed magstay sa isang establishment kung let's say, ordering just a cup of coffee lang? May ganun bang mga nasusulat?
Dapat wala. Kasi kung meron ka, as long as you're drinking your coffee, I mean, who are those establishments to rush you? Aside of course, kung malinaw yan sa kanilang policies talaga, and the customers know it from the start, na kung papasok ako dito sa establishment na to, pwede lang ako ng 45 minutes.
O, kung ikaw may tipong umu-order na may mga mocha frap, na ganyan kalaki yung whipped cream, doon ka dapat sa dulo, sa tabi.
Ay, pero meron palang may benefit yung sinasabi ko kanina. Yung mga customers daw, Starbucks wants to encourage them to stay. At meron silang free refill of their drink. One refill. As long as they get it dun sa ceramic cup. Yung talagang nandun ka.
Dala mo.
Oo.
Dapat
No, yung kanila. Kasi you can't take it out because they are encouraged to stay and, you know, enjoy the facilities.
Correct. Kasi kung hindi ini-encourage magstay, why put such comfy couches, di ba? Di dapat mga counter na lang yan or mga puro bakal-bakal, may tusok-tusok yung upuan. So, ini-encourage mo na magstay. Pero yun nga, yung pag-CCR halimbawa, hindi ganun kasimple yung Starbucks dito.
May code pa yon.
May code yun. Kasi para hindi lahat ng sinong pwedeng pumasok na lang dyan ng mga Herodes ay gagamit ng banyo nila. Buti sana kung lahat, kagaya namin ni Tita Denise na maselan ang naguhugas ng kamay.
Ay, nako, please.
Pagkagaling ng banyo.
Please, gawin niyo po yan.
Oo, mga naguhugas ng kamay dapat. Yan, sa banyo. Lalong-lalo na kung may kinalaman sa pagkain ang negosyo ninyo.
That's right.
Yan. Nasaan na ako?
Dapat lang din, nabatiin na natin ngayon ang mga nanonood sa Afternoon Delight via live streaming.
Happy anniversary sa atin!
On Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Again, happy 1 year po sa lahat ng ating mga viewers.
Opo. Alam mo, hindi lahat. Marami nga mga romantic relationships, Tita Denise, na hindi umaabot ng 1 taon.
Correct.
Oo.
Okay, happy anniversary, sabi ni Tito Paeng. Sabi niya, good afternoon, Tito Lord and Tita Denise, watching since day 1. Naaalala ko pa noon yung file name ng background video nyo na di-display dyan sa TV.
Nakakahiya!
Tama ka, kasi hindi na palitan agad-agad. Ano?
Grabe, no? File name pa talaga.
Sabi ni Melissa San Miguel, I like Bulalo. Well, happy first birthday, Afternoon Delight.
Maraming salamat. Wala ba namang regalo kayo dyan? Baka pwedeng kahit Maya o yung kahit anong forms ng digital
Ralph Domingo, of course, bumabati sa atin. Happy birthday, Afternoon Delight. Dapat birthday cake ang delight of the day nyo today.
Okay na yung bulalo.
Oo.
Pero okay din yung birthday cake.
Pwede rin yon. Sabi ni Eleanor Brami, nag-comment siya dun sa social media story natin, there is nothing wrong, toys have nothing to do with gender. Toys are genderless. Tama.
Yes. Alabawa, ako ragedian yung ko noon Yung bed, yung theme ng aking ng beddings yung bata ako. Ano ba si Raggedy? May Raggedyan pa ba?
Hindi ko alam.
Hello, Eleanor. See you soon. Hey, Epic. Shout out to my fellow YouTube premium user, Tito Lord. Pansin mo? Tito Lord lang, fellow premium user. Elmo Cardenas, Yami Bulalo from Bondalban, Rizal. Nilo Salado, anyari, Nabingi na ba ako?
Bakit ka nabingi?
Sound check, please.
Ano?
Baka nawala ng audio. Yung,
Kanina.
Oh, nabingin ka na, tol. Renato Nieto, only paying customers. Sabi niya, any paying customers can use Starbucks' toilets because the passcode to open the toilet doors depends on the purchase receipt. Tama.
Okay. Si Ace Enriquez bumabati rin. Happy anniversary. Rodel Alcantara, happy anniversary from El Pueblo, aka Muggsy Alcantara, kahit di nabasa comment ko kahapon. Sorry, Muggsy.
Sorry naman, Muggsy.
We appreciate you watching us every day.
Sabi, I believe you're too young to be called Tita Denise. Dapat, sabi ni Renato Nieto, nagsasabi na to dapat daw Ate Denise. Hindi.
Bakit hindi? Bakit
Alam mo,
kinukontra mo?
Renato, all these things, very ironic and tongue-in-cheek naman itong mga to. Ngayon, yung tita, obviously, walang maniniwala na Tita Denise siya. Pero yung ate, medyo nag-hit closer to home yan. So, we call her Tita Denise. June and Beth, happy anniversary. Watching from Legazpi City always, every afternoon. Hello sa mga taga Legazpi City.
Hello po, si
sa
Golby
mga
Gubatan.
taga-Albay, yeah.
Oo, nanonood naman from Auckland. Happy birthday,
Wow.
afternoon delight.
Golby Gubatan, gusto ko, ganda, yung pangalan niya parang pangalan ng atleta, no? Golby Gubatan.
Okay, mamaya po babasa ulit kami ng mga comments, so keep them coming. Maraming salamat po. Okay.
M. Shin, Rain, happy anniversary. Okay, mamaya itutuloy po natin yung mga pabati po ninyo. Diyan lamang po kayo, magbabalik po ang Afternoon Delight. Ding, 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 ding. Alala ko yan, nag-cover din kami niyan. Alright, magandang hapon po muli. This is Afternoon Delight on One News. Ako po si Lord De Vera, kasama po si Binibining Denise Tan.
And here now is a quick rundown of some stories on One News. The latest SWS survey shows that hunger in the Philippines surged to 25.9% in the fourth quarter of 2024. This is the highest since 2020 when the COVID-19 pandemic started. 7.2% of Filipinos experienced severe hunger, while 18.7% faced moderate hunger during the period. President Bongbong Marcos and First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos recently hosted a social dinner with senators and their spouses. PBBM sister Senator Amy Marcos said she's not offended at all that she was not invited to the gathering. Some senators who were present said there was no talk about politics or Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment complaints. Outgoing Vice President Kamala Harris has reaffirmed U.S. support for Philippines in a call with President Marcos. Harris stressed the importance of defense cooperation amid West Philippine Sea tensions. Marcos, for his part, highlighted strong bilateral ties and joint security efforts with Washington. And former PIDEA Chief Wilkins Villanueva is now detained at the House of Representatives. He turned himself in on Monday after being cited for contempt by the Quad Committee last December. Villanueva was questioned over his involvement in the warrantless arrest of Jed Pilapil C., wife of drug suspect Alan C. Now in South Korea, impeached President Yoon Suk Yeol has been detained over his martial law imposition. Authorities took 5 hours to enter his residence and successfully execute the warrant. Yoon initially defied the anti-corruption agency's authority but later complied to avoid violence. He justified his martial law declaration as necessary against what he claimed was an anti-state opposition. The impeached president could be held in custody for weeks.
All right, here are the other global headlines courtesy of the Associated Press.
This is AP News Minute. Officials say Hamas has accepted a draft agreement for a ceasefire in Gaza and the release of dozens of hostages. An Israeli official said progress has been made, but details are being finalized.
You'll recognize
Donald Trump's pick for Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth vowed to foster a warrior culture at the Pentagon and confronted allegations of his misconduct during a testy Senate confirmation hearing. Southern California residents are facing new wildfire warnings and power shutoffs as winds regain strength. A beefed-up firefighting force was in place to attack flare-ups or new blazes. The Princess of Wales announced Tuesday that her cancer is in remission following a visit to the hospital where she received treatment.
I'm sorry for everybody.
All right, back here at home, the Philippines is demanding the removal of China's monster ship from our exclusive economic zone. The Philippine Coast Guard has sent in two of its largest boats to trail the vessel's movements. The full story from News 5's Gio Robles.
This aerial inspection by a Philippine Coast Guard partially captures the monster. From a distance, Beijing's ship is as steady as it goes. Its whole 541-foot length body on smooth, uninterrupted sail. Only Chinese Coast Guard vessel 5901 is merely 77 nautical miles west of Capones Island in San Antonio, Zambales. That means it is within the exclusive economic zone of the Philippines. This has raised concern among Filipino security and defense officials who believe China's monster ship is there to specifically intimidate local fishermen.
The presence of the monster ship in our waters is illegal and inconsistent with the exercise of freedom of navigation and innocent passage. We do not want to normalize this kind of behavior. It is an escalation and provocative.
Based on PCG's monitoring, the foreign ship is coasting near Zambales and Bajo de Masinloc or Scarborough Shoal. It was first spotted in the area on January 4 using Canada's Dark Vessel Detection System. The monster ship briefly left after a couple of days, replaced, according to PCG, by a smaller boat that they pushed away from Zambales' shoreline. But by January 11, Beijing's largest Coast Guard vessel is back in our waters. To keep CCG 5901 at bay, literally and figuratively, PCG has deployed two of its biggest vessels. BRP Gabriela Silang and BRP Teresa Magbanwa will keep tabs on Beijing's monster ship as it refuses to leave. Time and again, China has insisted that the shoal in the area, which it calls Wangyandao, is part of its territory.
Our main role right now is to make sure that the China Coast Guard vessel don't come close off the coast of Zambales. With regard to moving them farther away from Bajo de Masinloc, I think that's a different question already.
The National Task Force for the West Philippine Sea is adamant it will not let China build another artificial island on Scarborough Shoal.
These are red lines, non-negotiable, na gagawa siya ng any structure or reclamation on Bajo de Masinloc.
The standing call now of the Philippines to China: withdraw your monster ship from our EEZ. What if China keeps up its aggression over the West Philippine Sea? The Marcos administration is not yet dismissing the possibility of ally countries pitching in like Japan, which has a reciprocal access agreement with Manila. Meantime, at least 5 underwater drones have been discovered in Philippine waters, the latest of which was that from Masbate, bearing Chinese markings and seen floating on December 30. The Navy has completed analysis of the drone found much earlier in Calayan, Cagayan. But the armed forces declined to disclose its origin, but said the device may have been used for military operations. For News 5, Gio Robles, we are One News.
Meantime, China asserts that its monster ship's presence in the West Philippine Sea is, quote, fully justified. In a statement, Foreign Ministry spokesperson Guo Jiankun said China's claims are grounded in history and international law. He also urged Manila to cease supposed provocations and false accusations and called for peace and stability in the region amid tensions. Jiankun's statements comes after the Philippines filed a protest over the monster ship's presence inside the country's EEZ.
In other news, authorities are now dealing with so-called pogo babies amid their crackdown on illegal workers. Mobile Journal Julie Baiza reports.
The Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission, or PAOC, is continuously monitoring the operations of small-scale pogos in the country. PAOC earlier reported that a number of pogo workers refused to leave the country despite the ban and have started guerrilla-style operations.
400 yung minomonitor natin. At yung malalaki talagang marami. Siguro sabihin na natin mga 80% ng 400 na yun talagang tumigil. But yung pagtigil nila na yun, it doesn't mean that talagang totally tumigil sila. Yun nga yung hinahabol natin, mga small scale.
Cruz said that some of these small-scale pogos have started operating in Visayas and Mindanao. They are usually operating in smaller areas, such as private resorts or apartments, and is usually composed of 20 to 50 individuals.
Yun nga, nakatutok din tayo sa Visayas kasi may mga reports tayong na natatanggap na naglipatan. Actually, nung sinimulan pa lang namin hulihin yung Pogo Hub sa Porac, kung saan lumutang nga yung pangalan ni Cassandra Leong. Yung ibang nakawala doon, ang monitoring namin, nagtakbuhan ng Visayas and Mindanao. But mostly sa Visayas namin nakita.
Meanwhile, the agency reported that more than 27,000 foreign pogo workers have left the country.
Nakapagpaalis na tayo ng almost with the Bureau of Migration, Kapagpaalis na tayo ng mahigit kumulang siguro mga 27,000 na mga pogo workers, At ito ay yung mga pumasok lang within this year,
Cruz also mentioned that they are helping the so-called pogo babies. These infants are children of foreign pogo workers who either left the country or are facing deportation.
Kasi ang hinihingi lang naman ito mga panggatas, pang-pampers, minsan pambayad sa upa ng apartment. Ganon. Pag na-hospital, kailangan tinutulungan din namin, pinadadala namin sa hospital yung bata. Kasi yung pinakabata na na-encounter namin na sabihin na natin, miyembro ng Pogo Babies, 2 months old ang pinakabata at ang pinakamatanda naman 2 years old. And then may 3 pang nagdadalang tao na minomonitor kami. So,
November last year, when President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. issued an executive order prohibiting Philippine offshore gaming, internet gaming, and other offshore gaming operations in the Philippines. Mobile journalist Julie Baiza, We're One News.
It's 117 days to go before the 2025 national and local elections on May 12. Here are some stories we're watching ahead of the midterm polls. COMELEC has halted the printing of ballots for the 2025 elections. COMELEC said over 6 million printed ballots will be replaced as they create new ballot face templates. The mock election scheduled for Saturday, January 18, is also canceled and postponed until all changes have been made. The halt in ballot printing stemmed from a Supreme Court ruling that ordered the inclusion of 5 local candidates previously disqualified by the poll body. These include former Caloocan Representative Edgar Erice, who was disqualified for allegedly spreading false and alarming information. Also covered by the High Court's TRO are the cases of Subair Mustafa, Charles Savellano, Chito Bulatao Balintay, and Florendo de Ramos Retualdo Jr. And COMELEC has ordered election officials in Negros provinces to ensure that polls will push through there despite threats posed by the restive Canlaon volcano. Security centers in Negros Occidental and Oriental have 1 month to submit contingency plans. As of January 13, over 11,000 people remain in evacuation centers due to Canlaon's unrest.
Alright, kamustahin naman natin ang sitwasyon down south. And we're talking to our man in Cebu, Dale Israel. Dale, anong balita?
Yes, happy anniversary first, Lord and Denise.
Happy anniversary to you, my man.
Yes, Senor. And we boarded this Coast Guard ship, BRP Bagakay, this morning to join the dry run for the fluvial procession, which will happen on Saturday morning. The rehearsals this morning was joined by 11 ships from the Coast Guard, Navy, and the Maritime Police, along with the designated galleon of the MV Santo Niño Cebu. the ship that will carry the image of the Santo Niño in Saturday's fluvial procession. This new 55-meter roll-on, roll-off ship is owned by Medallion Shipping Lines. According to Coast Guard Cebu Station Commander Jerome Lozada, they targeted 2 hours for the entire fluvial procession on Saturday. In this morning's dry run, they were able to make it at 1 hour and 45 minutes, which is way beyond the target, but this will be enough, expecting some glitches in the actual procession. They see no obstruction on the Mactan Channel, and all is set for Saturday. Again, this fluvial procession will be one of the highlights in the Sinulog Festival, the religious aspect, actually, of the celebration, aside from the solemn procession or solemn fruit procession also on Saturday. And on Saturday, there are about 329 boats, ships, tugboats, motorbangka, passenger vessels that will be joining the fluvial procession with the image of the Santo Niño. Take note that on Saturday, from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., the Mactan Channel will be closed to all ships that are not participating in the procession. This means that all vessels arriving in Cebu will be delayed and will have to wait until 9 a.m. before they can dock at the piers of Cebu City. We talked to some of the devotees who yearly join the fluvial procession, and they told us it's all about thanksgiving. And it's some of them have prayers for healing of their sick loved ones, while some are asking for a miracle from the Holy Child Jesus, the Señor Santo Niño. Meanwhile, the Philippine Coast Guard also warned those who are not registered in the fluvial procession not to sail near the procession, as they will be risking penalties like the non-renewal of the license of the skipper or the captain. They also risk paying penalties if they insist on joining the fluvial without registration. That is what's happening here in Cebu as we prepare for the Sinulog festivities with Senior Canino Diha, Lord, and Denise.
Right. Nako, Dale, wala kasi man nag-invite sa atin dyan, no? Pero baka naman pwede mo kami imbitahan ni Denise para ituloy natin yung anniversary celebration dyan sa Sinulog. Alright, Dale, maraming salamat ha. Pit Senyor. Yan po ang ating One News Cebu Desk, Dale Israel. Then, from Cebu, we fly over to Davao City, where they are celebrating the Feast of the Santo Niño. And for that, we have News 5 correspondent Bril Montalvo. Bril, ayaw hapon Bril. Ansay ato.
Lord Pauline, mayong hapon sa inyo hadya. Viva Pit Senyor. Patuloy pa rin ang pagdagsa ng mga deboto ni Senior Santo Niño dito nga sa Shrine of the Holy Infant Jesus of Prague dito sa Matina, Davao City para sa ika-57 na kapistahan nito ngayong araw. Kada isang oras naman isinasagawa ang misa dito sa simbahan na nagsimula kaninang alas 6 ng umaga at hanggang alas 4 na ito ng hapon. At hindi alintana ng mga deboto ang ulan na na-experience namin dito ngayon sa selebrasyon ng pista ng Senior Santo Niño. Kasi nga simula pa kaninang alas 4 ng umaga na mag-umpisa ang prosesyon ng Senior Santo Niño ay malakas na ang ulan. At sa ngayon, Lord and Pauline, ay medyo panaka-naka na lang ang ulan. At patuloy pa rin na pumupunta ngayon ang mga deboto ni Senior Santo Niño kasi nga yung iba is nagtrabaho pa and after sa kanilang work ay pupunta na sila dito sa lugar. At nothing to worry kasi nga bantay sarado din ng seguridad or almost 200 security personnel ang dineploy dito sa vicinity ng Shrine of the Holy Infant Jesus of Prague para magbantay sa paligid ng compound. Lord, Pauline.
Alright, may tanong ka ba Bril? Bril, baka gusto mo kami imbitahan ni Denise yan. Happy anniversary sa atin. Alright. That's Bril Montalvo, our News 5 correspondent.
Yes,
Yeah. Go, Bril. Yung tickets, saan papadala?
Lord, alam nyo, speaking of invitation, ang daming pagkain dito sa labas ng compound ng Shrine Hills. May mga palitsyon, may mga sari-saring pagkain, mga sisig, at meron ding mga street food. Tsaka kung nandito kayo ngayon, magugutom talaga kayo sa mga pagkaing Pinoy dito nga sa Davao City.
Alright.
Ngayon pa lang, gutom na ako eh.
Maraming salamat, Bril Montalvo. Thank you.
All right, this is Afternoon Delight on the One News. We just need to pause for another break. We'll be right back. we're back. You're still watching Afternoon Delight. Thanks for staying with us.
Ako ba talaga pinariringgan ito? Mahilig ka ba sa chibugan? Mahilig ka ba sa chibugan?
Sino bang hindi?
Meron na raw kasing sport. Aba, may pag-asa pa pala. Makabalik sa Olymp. May sport na nagre-require ng skill na yan, ang kumain. Ng kumain.
Aba.
Game? Game ba? Ating mobile journal, Evan Tarinque, has more.
Isang pagkain sa pangangailangan ng tao para mabuhay sa araw-araw. Pero alam nyo ba, na sa makabagong panahon, isa na rin itong competitive sport. Welcome sa mundo ng competitive eating, kung saan ang mga kasali kailangan kumain ng nakakalulang dami ng pagkain ng may time limit. Hindi ito joke time, ha? Dahil nagsasanay pa talaga sila para rito.
Pwede ka kumain kasi ng vegetables, pwede ka kumain ng salads in order to train. Kailangan mo kasi i-offset like for the next following days, hindi ka dapat kumain ng sobrang dami.
Gulay ang kadalasan nilang ginagamit sa training. Pero syempre, gaya sa ibang larangan, may risk din ang sport na ito. Maaaring ito magdulot ng injuries gaya ng lockjaw at mabulunan ng isang competitor. Pero hindi raw masasabing unhealthy ito dahil meron din silang aftercare routines na sinusunod.
Because yung projection ng tao is kung ano yung kinain mo na contest, na-assume nila na yun yung kakain mo all for one, which is not necessarily the case.
Aminado silang nababash din at nahihirapan sa training. Pero tiba-tiba naman daw sa cash prizes, freebies, maging sa mga international opportunities.
Breaking the Guinness World Record 10 years na siya nasa akin. Having that under my belt and having to go in a lot of countries.
Ang mundo ng competitive eating ay hindi lang tungkol sa dami ng pagkain na kinakain. Isa itong patunay na tiyaga, dedikasyon at pagpapalawak ng limitasyon ng kakayahan ng tao katulad ng ibang mga sports. Mobile Journal, Ivan Tarinque po, hatid ang mukha ng balita.
Anong food for thought? Food for thought pinagsasabi nila. Food for me, tummy. Huwag na tayong lumayo sa pagkain in today's edition. Ang segment na talaga namang tatapos sa pandaigdigang gutom at kakulangan. Ito na po ang I Saw the Signs. Partner, ano ang featured photos natin of the day?
Ito, tungkol ito sa mga food art.
Food art?
Silipin natin, ha?
Ano yan? Weird.
Kakabili ko lang din ng pakwang kanina. Magaya nga yan.
Ala, pag lumabas bigla yan sa pakwan mo.
Grabe.
Ang galing, ha? Totoo kaya yan?
Parang nagsiswimming daw.
Sige nga,
Oo.
subukan ko yung mamaya. Pero iba yung magsiswimming.
Okay, next.
Next. Ano to? Cake ba ito?
Hindi ko alam.
Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Rose.
Strawberries daw yan.
Strawberries sa ginawang rose
Oo,
petals. Ang galing.
galing.
Bravo. Ay, very erotic siya, no? Nako, pwede yan sa mga nag-honeymoon. Okay, next. Ang galing.
Ay, gusto ko to. Ang cute.
Oo. So, merong parang Marie, merong parang
Parang
soda
crackers
crackers,
na ano, oo.
saltine crackers.
Sana nilagyan mo na ng kape sa table.
Eh, di nadurog yan.
Hindi. Kung ano man.
Maliit na kape.
Oo.
Pustahan tayo kung sino man ang gumawa nito. Walang oras sa kanyang mga kamay, no? Talagang limitado yung mga oras.
Bising tao yan.
Bising tao.
Oo.
Talagang walang...
Ay, meron pa.
Meron pa.
Oo.
Alam mo, ha?
Hoy, gusto ko to.
Ano siya?
Oh.
Carrots, tama ba?
Di ba siya parang sausages?
Sausage na may pas.
Oo.
Alam mo, ang gumawa rin ito,
Ang dami ding ano.
wala ring oras.
Ang dami pinagkakaabalahan sa buhay.
Napakaraming ginagawa sa buhay para maisip niyo yung mga bagay na yan. Or, matagal yung
Favorite, go. Matagal ang?
matagal yung in-order nila. Kasi minsan, sa mga ganyan nangyayari sa mga reception, yung matagal dumating,
Oo.
kumakain na yung kabilang table, tapos kayo wala pa.
Ano, pinaglalaraan na lang yung mga tira-tira. Ganun.
Medyo ganun. Kasi maari nagde-deliryo ka na, di ba?
Tuwa ako, nakapost pa yung, yung legs ko.
Parang nahihiya pa, hindi pa bumuka ka. No?
Grabe naman yun.
Oh.
Okay,
Okay, sino mga ano ngayon? Bati pa tayo, may oras
babati
pa tayo, diba?
Pero paalala lang po, kung meron kayong mga nakitang signs, again, send them to us at afternoondelightON@gmail.com.
Lalo na kung hindi Magsi Alcantara ang pangalan mo. Kasi si Magsi lang talaga yung masipag eh.
Oo nga, sipag ni Magsi.
Sabi ni Jet, happy anniversary. Been watching since day one.
Ay, thank you.
Jet, thank you. Si Rain, happy anniversary din. Si Mark Libre, good afternoon sa inyo. Di lahat ng sinasabi ni Lord sang-ayon ako. Tama naman.
Pwede
Pero
naman yun.
regular viewer niyo ako. Promise, through Signal Channel 250. Happy birthday and more years to come sa show ninyo. Mark Libre, libre kang mag-protest o mag-reject kung ano yung yan ang essence ng democracy.
Yes.
Pero thank you, Mark, for choosing our programs. Marami kasi sa panahon ngayon, maraming pwedeng panoorin. Kaya na-appreciate namin ang lahat ng tumututok. Isang oras na naman kami. Lawrence Villanueva, Lisa Javier, happy anniversary. Watching everyday from Cebu.
Wow,
Tita
hello
Z.
po.
Opo, si Bianca Dalisay, happy first anniversary after the light. At si Renato Nieto, cheers, more years to come. Pansin mo, matatalino yung mga viewers natin. Walang happy 1-year anniversary. Walang nagsasabing ganun. Yes.
Ay, matatalino naman talaga mga viewers natin, ano?
Opo.
At saka, again, we welcome your comments, your suggestions. At okay po sa amin makipag-discussion kayo through the
Yes.
comment section.
Ikaw ba mamaya iaabangan nila sa Frontline
Yes.
Premium? Abangan nyo yan, si Tita Denise magpe-present ng sports news. At anong outfit mo ngayon, Tita D?
Hindi ko pa nga alam eh.
Gusto mo yung parang sa sausage kanina?
Tapos, pagka-on-cam ko, nakaganon din. Nakaganon din yung binti.
Lumaba ang buhok.
Why not?
Abangan nyo mamaya sa Frontline.
All week na. Abangan nyo na all week.
All week.
Oo.
Pati bukas hanggang Friday.
Oo.
Ikaw talaga.
Talaga.
Ganun ba? Wala man lang pakape.
Oh.
Alright.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations po sa ating lahat at maraming salamat po ulit sa lahat na nanonood at sumusuporta sa amin.
Pasalamatan natin ang mga tao sa likod ng programa.
Of course.
Si Tita Lalaine, si Tita Jan, ayan, si Tito Glenn. Kung wala si Tito Glenn,
wala tayong...
nangangayayat na kami
Oo
ngayon.
nga eh.
At kami ay nagdidelusyon na, no? Nag-hallucinate na kami dahil at pagtitripan namin ng mga pagkain na kung ano meron dito kasi wala na kami makain. Thank you. Sino pa? Si Direk.
Direk, thank you,
Direk.
Direk.
Pati na rin ako ng Direk, yung nagpapanik lagi sa switcher. Opo, at si Lance at si Kuya Elmer.
Binanggit mo ba talaga yun? Okay, binanggit mo ba talaga?
Okay lang, di man siya
Kuya
nanonood.
Rodel.
Kuya Rodel.
Si Ate Che.
Ate Che. Sino pa?
Tin.
Si Tin.
Dalawa tin natin,
Dalawang tin namin.
Oo.
Yung isang tin, kung wala si Tin, shining, shimmering, splendid.
Correct. Si Kuya Odi, nandiyan din, of course.
Odi,
Kuya
of course.
Bong, si Ate Meng, ang ating
Ate
taga-ano,
Meng,
sa
of
kanya
course.
nanggagaling ang ating funds.
Yan, siya yung talagang bukal ng tunay na biyaya. Ikaw.
Kuya Mer, si Lance. Oo.
Isipin mo yan.
Ang dami-dami natin.
Thank you sa ating makeup artist dahil kasabihan, poverty is next, oiliness is next to poverty.
Ay, si Santi, wag natin kalimutan. Oo.
Okay lang si Santi. Joke lang. Santi, of course. Si Santi yung ating ayoko gamitin yung word na booker eh. Parang mahalay pa English. Booker. Ang ating guest coordinator.
Yes.
GRO.
Okay, maraming salamat
Guest
sa
Relations
ating
Officer.
maraming salamat sa ating buong team. Sana nabanggit natin ang lahat, ano? At again,
Sa mga hindi namin nabanggit, bibigyan ka ni Denise ng 1.5.
Ako talaga.
Ikaw talaga. Ikaw talaga.
Si Sir Pipi. Sir Pipi, of course,
course.
Sir Patrick Paes, Sir
Salamat po
Joey
sa tiwala.
Francisco, and Miss
Sir Joey.
Icy.
Yan.
Oo, maraming salamat po sa tiwala. At of course, papasalamat kami sa lahat ng viewers sa pagtiwala nyo na ibigay sa amin ng isang oras ng araw nyo.
Di ba? Appreciate natin ng mga gantong mga milestones.
Si Sir Jovi na ba yun? Kakabanggit ko lang, di ba? Si Sir Jovi.
Sir Jovi,
Opo,
alam mo,
of course.
maganda rin, ano kaya yung unang-unang comment sa show natin,
Alamin natin kung
Padala
mababalikan
natin
natin
ng sausage.
yan. Ng sausage.
Tsaka
Na
bulalo.
nakapost. Okay.
Bulalo na
Naku, baka magkagulo. Siya, sige. That will have to do it for us this Wednesday, January 15. Thanks for watching Afternoon Delight. I'm Denise Tan.
Join us again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Nga pala, yung kapatid ko yung gumawa ng music dito. Ako po si Lord De Vera. Have a delightful afternoon.